Did we get up in live? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Hey, it's Saturday afternoon and I need some company. That would be you. This is Pedo Keto. That's a new name. And I am live in Peter's kitchen. So that's what we got going today. So what I want to do today is I need to make my smoothie. So I figured, hey, I'll get some company. I'll get you guys to come say hello to Peter, and I will get to see you. I'm looking at the monitor right now in case you're wondering. So it looks like I've got a call coming in, but it seems to be whatchamacallit, advertisement. So let's close everything out here, and then I'll give you what's going on. So I am supposedly not paying attention. I do not want to save the changes. Do you want to discard the changes? Yes, I do. I do want to discard the changes. And I also want to close out Chrome. And I want to come over here and turn it on so I could see you guys. There we go. Okay, so now I'm ready to get down to business. So I'm going to do 3 things, not 6, but 3. And I wanted to invite you to be here with me. So I have the lights on. I got the hair light on. Okay, so you can see the hair light. See it shining on my hand? Those of you that are camera aficionados and you have come over to watch what I'm doing, the main camera is an Olympus, which is what you're watching now. Okay, and I have a button meister. So I can push a button and go to a different camera like this. Hey, giving you a thumbs up. And I can use that same camera and just get in closer. Plus I have the side camera, which is a Sony, and I can do a view from here to show you. Okay, so now this is back to the main camera. And we actually have, did we actually go live? I believe so. All right, so I'm going to do 3 things. I'm going to make a smoothie, which would be, I woke up late today. I woke up like at 12 o'clock, so I'm going to have basically my morning smoothie, and I'm going to make that with you. I need to get dinner going for tonight. So I'm going to make a chuck roast, which is right here, and this is where one of the close-up cameras Now this is from the top camera, and it comes cryovac, so I took it out of the freezer a few days ago, and I actually let it defrost in the refrigerator. So we've got that going. And yesterday, or the day before yesterday, was my birthday. So I made me a little cheesecake, okay? But not the one I normally make. I made a camera. Okay, so this is my no-bake cheesecake. I guess it's overexposed every place. This is my no-bake cheesecake. Okay, and I'd have to say it's like so-so. There's not much to it. You combine some sour cream and a block of cream cheese, and you put in your fake sugar, or I'm sorry, not your fake sugar, your monk fruit sugar in the raw, and you use almond flour to make the base, and you add cinnamon. You put it all together and you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. And that's what you got going. So that was my birthday cheesecake. I can't say I'm super happy with it. And the part that I'm not happy with is the fake sugar. the monk fruit combined with erythritol, or whatever that's called. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this chuck roast, which I showed you. I'm going to get it into the Instant Pot. So I'm going to put the chuck roast in here. I'm going to put seasonings on it, which is garlic powder and onion powder. This one's organic. And here, this is a Greek trick. We put mint on it too. And I'm going to put it in the Instant Pot. I want it to fall apart tender. I don't even want to chew, okay? So I'm going to put the chuck roast in for 90 minutes on the Instant Pot, doing the pressure cooking. So I'm going to take this. Let's do the dirty stuff first so I can wash my hands and then make sure I'm nice and safe. So this is the chuck roast. This is a grass-fed chuck roast. I'm going to put it in here on the trivet because it's going to fall apart, and I basically want to pull it out in as singular as a piece as I could get. Okay, so now I got the blood on my hands. So let's wash the hands. Let's use some disinfecting soap so I don't touch all my bottles and stuff with dirt. And this is a very simple and very pleasing meal. It really is. I really enjoy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the handles off the meat. Let's see if I can show you what I'm doing. Let's move this over here, and let's put the overhead camera on so you could see in here. Okay, so this is the chuck roast that's sitting in the Instant Pot. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to put garlic powder on here, and I'm going to do a little bit across the board. A little bit of garlic butter. I'm sorry, not garlic butter. Just plain garlic powder. Subby, how you doing? Hi, Peter. How you doing? I needed some company. For Saturday. If you guys are watching and you're a lurker, just say hi. I can say hi back. So I have just done like a heavy salting of garlic powder. And now I'm going to do onion powder. So this is simply organic onion powder. Which camera am I on? That one. Okay. So it's just me in here. Okay. I like the onion powder, so I'm going to heavily drench this with an onion powder. And when I say heavily, I mean heavily. Not a lot, not a little, but a lot. Okay? But Peter, aren't you going to brown it first? No. Been there, done that. Doesn't do squat. You need to brown it after it comes out, not before. They call that the Maynard effect. So now I'm going to take my little secret, and this is mint. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's running. So I took this mint. Okay, now I'm going to bring it up here, and then I'm going to pour the mint over the meat. Nice, as evenly as I could get it. I'm not that good with it, so if I get a splosh of mint, it's not going to do much. Okay, so I've got that going. Now, normally they'll tell you to put, broth in here, like beef broth or chicken broth or some other kind of broth. Well, I'm not a brothy kind of guy, okay? I'm the kind of guy, I want the meat to make the broth. Oh, wait, I also want to add salt on this. So let me grab the salt. I had it down here. So I'm going to use something very simple. This is and I'm going to salt it with that. Okay. And I'm not going to put just a little salt either. I'm going to salt it really good. A little bit here, a little bit there. So that is the salting. By the way, I'm also live on Facebook at the same time. This is something new from Ecamm Live that I can do. So I salt it nice and heavily. Celtic sea salt is what I'm using. And that's all she wrote. So now I need a cup of water. So I'm going to get filtered water. Yeah, that's me getting a glass out. So I'm getting, this should have been done ahead of time, but I didn't. And that's about a cup of water because it's going to make its own juice. You put the water in, and you actually, if you could put this in a crock pot or one of those slow cookers, you actually, it'll make its own juices, okay? So I'm not adding any veggies, I'm not adding potatoes, I'm not adding celery, I'm not adding tomatoes. I'm just putting in the meat and heavily seasoning it, but simplified seasoning, and about a cup of water. Now I was very careful not to wash off all my my seasoning there, okay? So now I'm going to leave you for a second, and I'm going to walk over to the Instant Pot, which I normally have on the kitchen counter, but the kitchen counter is all cleaned up right now, so I didn't bring it over. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in for 90 minutes. So it's 3 o'clock at Miami time. I don't know what you're watching me from, but even though I walk off, you could still hear me, okay? So let's see. Oh, Subby says that it cut out when I went to the last camera. Is it on now, or do I still have a problem? Okay, so tell me, Subby, if we got audio now. Okay, so I'm going to put pressure cooker. I'm going to put 90 minutes and start. That's it. That's all she wrote. It's not, dinner is now being cooked. Okay, so dinner is now being cooked. So let's check and see. It doesn't matter. Do I have a live audio at this point? If I don't, then you need to tell me, Subby, otherwise I wouldn't know. Okay, so we'll just go through it together. This is what they call a live show. All right, so this is my Olympus camera. Okay, so when I look this way and you see me looking like that, I'm actually looking at the audio. Now, when I go over to the overhead camera, which is this one, we should have sound. So the Sony camera said muted. So that was a good catch. Thank you, Subby. That was awesome. So now I'm going to check all my buttons, which is over here where my mouse is, and make sure the mute button doesn't come back on. So see, that's where I count on you guys to give me a helping hand, because I don't know if something is wrong. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the overhead camera, and I'm going to get a little bit of this cheesecake and put it in the spoon. This is my birthday cheesecake. And I'm going to stick this in my mouth. Is that hard to figure out? No. Okay. So, Subby, I'm going to go over to the camera that gave me the problems, and you should have sound now. Okay, so that's what the cheesecake looks like. It looks to me like it's a little whatchamacallit. Let's see if I can fix that. Let's fix that guy up really quick. I'm going to go to the ISO. It's at 800. I'm going to bring it down to 400. And now we'll try taking a look at that cheesecake again. Yeah, that's better. That's much better, okay? Not super, super better. So that's good, Subby. We got it fixed. I'm I don't want to dip into the cheesecake again, but I just want to make sure that it's absolutely okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to serve this cheesecake and somebody gets sick or something. So let's just take another, little taste. No, it's no good. Nobody can have any. Okay, so we got the pot roast in. Now let's get some water. Can you hear the water? Because I got my lav mic right up here. Okay, so now I got my water. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? The next thing is, I didn't eat anything yet today. Cheers. Let's dink our glasses. Dink. Okay, so now I'm going to make my morning smoothie, even though it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I did stay up late last night because I did a live show on my other channel. And let's go over here. Okay, so I'm feeling hungry. I went from 202 pounds. And now this morning I was yesterday morning I was 158. This morning I was 159. It's probably because I've been drinking a lot of water today, is my guess. Okay, so I'm going to come over to where the Vitamix is. My brother George can't remember to put the glasses on one side and the dishes on the other side, and then I load up the dishwasher, okay? So that seems to be maybe like a little bit over the abilities of some people. So now this is a Vitamix, all right? And I'm going to make my smoothie in here. Now it looks like there's white stuff in here, and there is. Very good, okay? So we got the white stuff, all right? And the reason that there's white stuff is when I made the cheesecake, it called for powdered sugar. So I took the erythritol and monk, which is monk, combination of those two, and I put it in the blender for whatever it took to make a powder. But I didn't want to clean it out. I want this powder that's left over for my smoothie. So let's start making this smoothie, dudes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to add is some nice cold water. And I'm coming over to the refrigerator. That's why Peter has left the kitchen counter. Keto is getting water. Okay, so I'm getting water. I know it's live, otherwise I'd cut this part out. Why should you wait to hear me putting water in here? For all you know, I could be peeing, right? So I filled this up to a little more than halfway. Okay, so this is a stadium cup, a 32 ounce. Okay. So I put cold water in there. So now for my morning smoothie, this is what I do. So you're getting to watch me actually put the stuff in here. So what do I need? Okay, first I'm going to get my measuring spoons, which looks like this. Okay. So the first thing I do is aimed at the 19. You know what the 19 is? People catch it and then they get all worried. Well, I do some stuff to kill viruses. This is oil of oregano, and I put 3 drops. First I got to get some in here. 1, 2, 3. So I put 3 drops of oil of oregano in my, let's call it my morning smoothie, but I can also have the smoothie for dinner. So just because it's my morning smoothie doesn't mean it's only for mornings. Okay, now I start adding my vitamins. So I don't like to take pills. I don't like swallowing pills. So sue me. What are you going to do? I don't like swallowing pills, okay? So I have this one, which, how about if I show it to you? Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, so this is, let's see if I can get closer, if it'll focus. All right, so this is zinc, 100 milligrams, vitamin C, 1,000, and D3, 5,000. So I'm hitting 3 things with this pill, okay? So what I do is I just mush it up a little bit, squeezing it. That's all I'm doing. Then I open, it's one of those capsule type things, and I drop the powder in there. And I hit the sides because it gets stuck in there. Okay, and I do some tap, tap, tappa, 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 and I'm trying to empty out the whatchamacallit, the capsule. Then I put the plastic part, goes into a very safe place. Trust me on this one. It's very safe. No one will ever find it. It's called the garbage can, okay? So I did this, all right, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put milk thistle. Now I've been adding this so long that I don't remember why I'm adding milk thistle, but it's become a habit, and now my smoothie, my morning smoothie, gets milk thistle. So I again open the capsules and I let the powder just fall out. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting it. So I'm trying to empty it. And I don't know if you could see this. Yeah, I do know. It's empty. The capsule has become empty, okay? So I emptied it. That's the one half, and there is the other half. Okay, so that is what I put in. Next is the milk thistle. Now I put in a vitamin B, Super B complex. All right, so this one is ME, I'm going to spell the word because I'll say it, I'll try to say it, methylated, not mentholated with an N, methylated, okay? So it has vitamin B, it's a Super B high potency complex, there's 180 pills in here, and this is actually a pill. So I just take the pill and I go like this. This is rocket, this is so difficult to do. Boom, it fell right into my Vitamix, all right? Then the next thing I add is a vitamin K2. And this is because Dr. Berry and Thomas Lauer has said to use that. I used to watch Berg, Dr. Eric Berg, but he did some things that disgust me, a personality conflict, so I no longer watch Dr. Eric Berg. He's on my poop list, okay? But I have other people that I watch, like Dyson Adams, a wonderful young man, and he's more knowledgeable than me. And then I got my nutritionist in Boston, and then I got my exercisist. And okay, so these capsules are empty. Okay, this happens a lot faster than I'm doing it now. Okay, and then do I have anything else? I got my vitamin C, all of that. Okay, so now I want to add a nice heaping tablespoon of MCT oil. Okay, so what this does, I don't know what it does, but what it does for me is it makes it so I'm not hungry. So I can have this for breakfast and not eat dinner. So I put a whole tablespoon of MCT oil, let it drip out, okay? I told you this is not hard to do. Yes, it is. This is very difficult to do. Okay, so I put a tablespoon of my MCT oil, and then I put guar gum. I want this to be pleasurable like a milkshake. Okay, so guar gum, if you put the right amount, it's perfect and it comes out like a McDonald's shake. So what that is I use the half a teaspoon measuring thing and I make it heaping, okay? Not crazy heaping, but just a little bit over. And I put that in, I do a lot of tapping here. Tappa, 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 okay? So I make sure everything is in there. Now I'm missing basically the main ingredient. And the main ingredient is the protein powder. Okay, so let's go to the protein powder. I'll get it. So today I'm going to use bone broth protein. So this is ancient something, ancient nutrition. Oh yeah, these are the people that can't measure, okay? So it says right here, I'll prove it to you, okay? It says right here on this bottle. So this is ancient nutrition, bone broth protein. Guess what flavor I like? Now, can you see the amount in there? Net weight, all right, so what does net weight mean to you? Doesn't net weight mean just the powder, okay? Well, just the powder is basically 1.9 pounds, and yet it says 2.2 pounds. So if I put this entire carton on the scale, okay, it weighs 1.9 pounds with the scooper, with the thing. So basically they're cheating me. And it's every time. It's never 2.2 pounds. So it says something about their honesty. To me, it says something about their honesty. Okay, so I get a nice big heaping over the top, and I put that in here. Okay. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Okay, so there we go. This is keto, so it's keto. I'm keto. Okay. Now we've got my bone broth protein powder in here. And now I'm going to cover it, but I'm going to add 2 more things, okay? So don't leave me yet. You're here to keep me company. This is not like a prepared video. This is where I'm just spending time with you. I want to spend time with you. I'm making sure the lid is on. Okay. So I'm putting this on the Vitamix. There we go. Turning it on. I'm going to turn it on low so I don't blast the protein powder from here to kingdom come. Now I'm going to move it up to number 5. Okay, so I'm sorry you got to listen to that. But here's where I need to add a little fat in there. So I have coconut milk. This is Whole Foods 365 coconut milk. Okay, so I bring this up for a second. Okay, so I don't want to embarrass myself in front of the whole world, all 2 of you watching, whoever's in here now. Okay, and I'm going to add, what am I going to add in here? I'm going to add a half a cup of coconut milk. Okay, so the brand that I kind of settled in on is called Iberia. It's got guar gum in it, and I went looking, and some people blast guar gum from here to eternity, and some people go like, oh no, it's good for you. You just can't have too much. So it does have guar gum in there. I've tried like 6 or 7 of them, and I've settled on this one. So it's between price and the fact that it's organic, and okay, so it's kind of like a win-win. So I'm going to put like a half a cup of coconut milk. Now there's a difference between coconut milk and coconut cream, okay? Coconut cream is like a paste, and yeah, it works great. So one of the things that I like is milk. But because I'm on the keto or low carb, I'm also very careful not to overcarb myself. I try to stay under 20 carbs. So people are going like, well, you're losing weight very nicely. Well, thank you very much. I went from 202 and I was 158 yesterday. So for my birthday, I had my lowest weight, which is like, thank you, Jesus. Okay, not a problem. So I'll have another serving. So 1 can that you buy is 3 servings. Okay, so the reason I buy the can is it's thicker, it works better. And I can make regular milk. Because I'm on keto, I can't have regular milk. All right, so there's one more thing I add. I like sweet thing. I have a sweet tooth, and people go, well, you got to outgrow your sweet tooth. Well, God made a number of fingers here. One particular finger is for the people that say that the sweet tooth has to go. That finger is specially reserved for those guys. Okay, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of Truvia. There we go. And that basically makes my protein shake, except for one more ingredient, and that's ice. But I'm going to let this mix up for a second before I add the ice. So I put that up like halfway speed. Here's full speed. Here's very low. It's actually still running. And this is half speed. So half speed is basically number 5. So I'm going to take my cup and I'm going to get ice while that is spinning up, okay, and I can move away from the machine so you can hear me. So see, I had company this morning. That's why I went live, so you guys could have spent a little time with me. So I'm gonna fill this up halfway. Come on, baby. Give me that ice. Give me that ice, baby. Yeah, ice. Okay, so now I'm going to stop it. And the reason I'm going to stop it is because I have learned my lesson. If you dump the ice in while it's running, a damn cube of ice comes back right out and hit you in the face. Once, shame on me. Twice, shame on me. So I'm going to add the ice, and you'll hear the difference. There's my ice cubes. And now I'm going to put it where it's got its own timer. Now listen, I'll put my... Okay, so now the machine is behind me. Where is it? Whoop. The machine is behind me. It's right there. So you could watch it putting the ice, making it cold, getting everything that needs to be mixed up. And that's what we got. That will give you my dinner. That'll give you my breakfast smoothie. And that'll give you my birthday cheesecake, which needs to go back in the refrigerator. And yeah, I'm gonna just check again. I want to make sure like that Subby doesn't get sick or anybody else. So I'm just gonna check it for you, Subby. I really don't want you to get sick, okay, buddy? I'll have to check it again later. I'm not quite so sure. So this is going back in the fridge. My birthday cheesecake. And there we go. So, did this thing finish? Yes. I always like to give it a little extra, you know. Boys and their toys, you always, if a little is good, a lot is better, right? That's boys and their toys. Same thing with cameras on my camera channel. If I have a little camera, I need a bigger camera. And in the cooking, if I cook it a little, I need to cook it a lot. Except I found out in that case you overcook things. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see if I can give you the pour. Okay, here's the pour. Are you ready for the pour? It's pouring. Look at that. 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 If I don't stop looking at that, I'm going to overpour. Okay. So now that is my morning shake. This is for today. It's my breakfast. And you saw earlier, just a little while ago, maybe about 20 minutes ago, I made my dinner by putting a chuck roast, grass-fed chuck roast in the Instant Pot for 90 minutes. So in 90 minutes, it's going to finish. Let's taste this, okay? I just gotta. Actually, you know what it needs? Sorry, I'm not going to eat anything between now and dinner. So, for the sake of this live stream, I'm not gonna, you know, not do what I want. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I was going to add some more Truvia. I want it to be a little sweeter. But instead of doing that, I am going to add something else. I am going to add monk fruit. So this is fresh monk fruit. Not monk fruit, it's in the Truvia can, okay, because it came in a bag. All right, so I am going to add, how much am I going to add? Let's add a half a teaspoon, but not quite. So a little less than a half a teaspoon. There we go. So I'm going to actually move this over so you can see. Okay, so I'm adding that much. It's not, the whole scoop is a half a teaspoon, so just a little bit less than that. And I'm going to put that in here and bring that here. So you see I added a little monk fruit because that'll sweeten it up, I think, nicely. So I have forgotten to put this lid on, and that's a no-no, okay? Don't forget to put the lid on. unless you plan on washing your face for a long, long time. All right, so let's put the lid on here. Okay, I'm on the right camera, so I can come over here. I'm going to turn this on 50% of the way. And I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2. Now I'm going to give it about 10 to 15 seconds. Mix that monk fruit. You know, your professional chefs, they go, we are incorporating it. You're mixing the darn thing up, stupid. What's the matter with you? So we're mixing it up, okay? And then we're going to pour it again. Going to go up full speed just for a second. And then we're going to come back down. And now let's see if I can do the pour. Pour. It sounds like I'm saying poor. Are you poor? Yeah, when I was growing up, I went right past puberty and went straight into poverty. So here we go. We're going to now, where are you? We're going to pour my smoothie. And I'll tell you how much smoother it got. I mean, not smoother, how much sweeter it got with like a half a teaspoon of the straight monk fruit. That was not monk fruit mixed with erythritol. Okay, that was just pure 100%. It says on the can, monk fruit and nothing else. Okay, I bought it on Amazon. I should put a link to that, right? So I'll put a link to that down. Oh, hi Anthony, I see you up there. Here, cheers. This is my morning smoothie, except I slept till 12:30 because I was up late. So I am making my morning smoothie now. With all my vitamins are in here. That hits the spot. So that is excellent. So what I'm going to do is, I should have put just a little more monk fruit. Why not? It's almost like I'm embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, okay? I wanted the sweetness that I want, and it's almost there, honest to God. So I'm going to add the other half that I didn't put in before and put that in there. Going to do this real quick because now that I started my smoothie, I actually feel really hungry. And I want to get that MCT oil. So this is organic MCT oil. Okay, so I want to get that in to my belly so that I will feel satiated. Okay, so while that's mixing up, I'm going to rinse my hands real quick. There we go. I'm a rinser. So I also try to keep a clean kitchen, so I'm putting the guar gum and the MCT oil back where it belongs. I need to put the bone broth protein back where it belongs. And then when I go to the wider view, you guys can see, oops, that I have a clean kitchen. Except it's not a clean kitchen. I forgot to put the spices that I put on my chuck roast back in the pantry thing here. So I'm going to put the onion powder, the garlic powder, and the mint powder back in. Close the doors. And my monk fruit needs to go back. Now I have a clean kitchen. Yay! There we go. Okay, that's enough. Only adding monk fruit to the thing. I'm not making a bowl of soup here. Okay, so now I want that. Almost got it all in. Not quite. And I have to drink all of it because that's where I put my vitamins. Okay. So let's see if we got that awe factor now. Yes, we have that awe factor at this time. So let's see. I've been talking to Sebi all this time. I said hi to Anthony. That's it, but at least I had company, and that's what I wanted. It's alone here on a Saturday, and I needed to make dinner, which was the chuck roast. I needed to taste the cheesecake, which I did, because I wouldn't want you guys, to get poisoned or anything, so I did taste the cheesecake. And now this is my breakfast. So what's going to happen with the, I'm pointing because the Instant Pot's on the counter over there. It's going to run for 90 minutes. It has started, so it's down to 1 hour and 11 minutes. So 90 minutes is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it's going to run down to 0 and then beep. And then I'm not going to touch it. That means I'm not going to open the lid. Okay, so it should be done by 4:30. And then I'm going to let it sit for an hour because the juices will come and get sucked right back into that chuck roast. Okay, so I'm going to let it sit. And by between 5 and 6 o'clock, my chuck roast will be ready for dinner. So we did breakfast, we did dinner, and I tasted my birthday cheesecake. Okay. Looking, Peter. I'm looking. I need your, come on, Anthony, you can do it. I see you over there. I need your what? What do you need? Okay. I didn't know you left, Subby. But he left apparently, and now he's back. Okay. Let's see. Peter, I need, oh, wait, that's too big. It's going off the end. So let's bring that in and put that like that. Okay, that's better. Okay, Peter, I need your discipline to drop a few pounds. Honestly, Anthony, welcome to the Joneses is Anthony. So if you guys are wondering why I keep saying Anthony, who the hell's Anthony? There's Anthony. He's a dad. He's got kids. You can see them. He's in they're in the picture. Okay. I need your discipline to drop a few pounds. Subby says, you got any more dog recipes? I need to feed my corgi Lewis something for his birthday. Yeah, there's an easy way and a hard way. Okay. So if he's not going to go on an all human grade diet, which I believe all dogs and cats should be on a human grade diet. That's why when you go to the vet, it's lined with people that have sick dogs because we are basically feeding our dogs poison. Poison, poison, okay? And that is not good to be feeding our dogs poison. So what that means is you're feeding them animal grade food. So what's wrong with that, Peter? There's a whole market called animal grade food. I'm fixing my apron. It's cutting into my neck. Okay. Well, the problem with animal grade food is exactly that. It's you could look up on Google. You know the big Google in the sky? Okay. The 3 Ds, like D for David, of dog food. Okay. Now, I can't always remember them, but that means animal grade food can include dead animals, diseased animals that are also dead, I hope, okay, found on the road dead, you know, the animals they pick up on the road, those, and there's a fourth. So it's the 4 Ds, and that is animal grade food. So they could show you a picture on the bag of steak and potatoes or chicken or liver or something, and you think that's what's in the bag, and technically it is. But what they do is they take all these dead, diseased things, and they sterilize them. They boil them in a big pot, so to speak. And then they either ground it into the kibble that you make, or they give you wet dog food. And it's like feeding your kid. So you have a baby, and you feed him, and this is human grade, but it's still bad, Twinkies. So let's say you feed him Twinkies and Hershey's candy bars, and that's it. You don't feed your baby anything else. How long before your baby gets sick? I'm talking about a real baby, a child, an infant. Okay? So you are actually feeding the dogs. When I say you, it's a generic you. I'm not preaching at you specifically, you know. You're giving your dog food that's basically getting him sick. They vomit, and then they give you a prescription. So when Jingles, before he was killed, okay, I had a terrible time with him. He would vomit, vomit, vomit. So eventually they gave me a prescription for Hill's dog food that the doctor sold, okay, right out of the office, because this is pharmaceutical grade dog food. He just kept on throwing up. It did nothing. So I did some research and I found that the dog food that we're giving the dogs is poison. I mean, I can't even say it any less than that. It is absolutely poison. So we have a dilemma going on. We want them to get better. We're going to the vet, and the vet is basically a traitor to us. Most vets, not all, but are traitors, okay? Now that's pretty strong words. So why would you say something that mean, Peter? You're not a mean guy. Okay, so you know what candy is. I just finished telling you about candy. Would you feed your 2-year-old son or daughter only Kit Kat bars and Twinkies and that's it? You'd be killing the kid. Actually, you would be doing child abuse, okay? And if anybody reported you, there'd be trouble. I need more smoothie. So we're doing that to the dogs, and the dogs become part of our family. We love them. So if you go back into the late 50s and 60s, they had dog food called kennel ration. You heard of the kennel ration? It came in a can. That was human grade food, because before the kennel ration came out, my grandmother and my mother were feeding the dogs from the table. They would get the scraps. They would get human grade food. And those dogs were not sick. I don't ever remember my mother or my grandmother, other than the initial shots that my grandmother gave our dog, is actually being taken to the veterinarian. So here, I was going to hammer the veterinarians a little harder, okay? So you got veterinarians, but I was telling you about candy, Kit Kats and stuff like that. Well, there's a company called Mars, the Mars Candy Bar Company, okay? Well, their income started to slide downward, down, 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 wrong way, down, 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 okay? So they needed to do something, because we're just eating less candy. We're actually trying to get healthy. So the Mars Candy Company actually invested and purchased and created a veterinary school, and they make dog food. So when they finished poisoning your kids, now they're working on your dogs. But it doesn't end there. It gets better, like that commercial, 1995, but wait, there's more, okay? So it actually gets better, because the Mars Candy Bar Company actually has created and is functioning the best, I shouldn't say the best, okay, the biggest veterinary school in the United States of America. So the veterinarians, let's say your kid, your son, he's 5 years old, he loves pets. And now he's 10 years old, he still loves pets. And your dog dies, and your 10-year-old cries for weeks and weeks, and then you get another dog, okay? And then because he loved his dog so much, he's going to be a veterinarian. That little boy of yours is going to grow up to be a veterinarian, a big strapping lad, and he's going to be a veterinarian. He's going to veterinize everything, okay? Well, chances are, as a dad, I want him to go to the biggest and the best school. All right, well, guess who owns that school? The Mars Candy Bar Company. So they're teaching the veterinarians to be prescribing and telling you and me that we need to be not feeding our dogs from the table. We need to be only on a dog food diet with actual dog food. Well, you're killing your dog, okay? Now, don't take my word for it. You shouldn't do that with anybody online. Nobody. Zero. Nada. Zip. Okay? Look what I'm saying up. See if I'm telling you the truth or not. Okay? Unless you're giving your dog food that you can eat Not that you would want to, okay? But unless you're giving your dog human grade food, food that you can go to Publix or Kroger or whatever, Walmart, grocery store, and you buy the food there and you're giving that to your pet, you're giving them the dog food that they can put anything they want on the bag, okay? Now, here's the question. Look on the bag. They're usually listed in order. What's the first thing in the ingredients? Just pick up the dog food bag right now and look at it. What's the first thing on the ingredients? Chicken meal? Okay, what the hell is chicken meal? Can you go to Publix? That's our big grocery store in the southeast here. Can you go to Publix? I would like a jar of chicken meal, please. Or fish meal. What is all this crap that's in there? Well, what that is the bones from the dead animals that they're allowed to sterilize. They're not giving it to you sick. They're sterilizing it somehow, probably boiling it in a big old frickin' pot. Okay? And they're putting that into the food. Now, look at the food that you're buying and you're eating. That should not say chicken meal, liver meal, beef meal. Okay? That is human grade food. So, Subby, you got me on a rant here, and all I want to do is drink my, whatchamacallit. That hitteth the spotteth. So, Subby says he eats natural diamond. I don't know. I don't recognize that brand. So look on it and see if it's got chicken, lamb, beef, and what else it's got in there. And if it's got meal this, meal that, and all kinds of things that mean crap, you're doing it, okay? So how do you feed your dog? Like the Queen Elizabeth, God rest her soul. She's got corgis, just like you do, Subby, okay? So do you think that they open a can of dog food and give it to that dog? I know they don't, because the chefs that are over there actually showed what they cooked for the dogs. They cook fresh food for the Queen's dogs, the Queen's pets. Maybe she's got more than dogs, okay? But we don't. We buy the can. We use the can opener. Here, Fido, here you go. Or we get a scoop of the kibble. What kibble do you get that you can eat? It's called cereal. You know that cereal is horrendous for you, okay? It's really bad. That's why I lost weight. The weight loss that I've done is because it's a byproduct of me trying to get my body healthier. So I looked at the vegan lifestyle, and one step away from vegan is vegetarian. Then I looked at the carnivore lifestyle, and one step away from that is keto. And then in the middle, you've got the SAD diet, Standard American Diet, SAD, SAD. That's where you go to McDonald's. That's where you eat a baked potato, a big bowl of rice, and you think you're eating good, but you're not, okay? So the problem with the vegan diet, all right, and I looked it up because it makes more sense to go very natural vegetables and vegan items, okay, off the top of your head. It makes much more sense to do that, honestly, all right? But just like the animal kingdom, they've got protective mechanisms, the skunk, to keep itself from getting mauled and killed. It sprays other animals or people, and you stay far away from the skunk. So you might find some hyenas killing a skunk because, I mean, they eat leftover crap, okay? But porcupines, they've got, so you can't attack them. So there's a mechanism to try to keep animals alive. Well, on the vegetable side of things, for that vegans eat, the vegetables are designed that it makes you sick in your stomach. Okay, why do you think the lions and tigers and bears, oh my, why do you think they're not eating vegetables? It makes them sick. they eat meat, fresh killed meat. They don't store it. They don't mount the head of it up on a wall and say, look at what I killed. Well, screw you. What are you killing animals for? If you're killing them for meat, okay, that's a different thing. We have to. How do you think I get my ribeye steaks? So I found that people that were on vegan basically are in a very slow decline because they are eating the poisons that the vegetables have built in to keep you from eating them. Okay, have you ever eaten a vegetable and, oh my God, my stomach hurts? Well, you're building that, and in inflammation, that comes from the plants world. And yet we buy protein powders and it's like, oh, this is made from 100% plants. It's good for you. But it's not. Okay, what's actually good for you is the red meat. Okay, and that includes the ugly ones like liver and heart and stuff like that, which grosses me out. All right, but I needed to get down the inflammation. I needed to get down the plaque. I needed to get my cholesterol down, which is up higher. Okay, and but I have a whole explanation which I'm not going to launch in on that. So Subby said, random question, I'm addicted to soda pop. How do I stop? I think I'm addicted to the convenience of it. Well, you just combined two of the major problems right into one. You hit the nail on the head, Subby. Why does McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and all the fast food places survive? It's darn convenient. Soda pop, okay, it's liquid candy. So you could switch out of soda pop and go to Kit Kat bars, which, can you tell I like that, and Twix, okay? Those are my favorites, all right? So you just have to stop with the sugar. So the first step is to become aware. How much sugar are you actually eating, okay? And that's listed on everything that you can read on the side as carbohydrates, okay? And I limited myself, and I didn't make this up. I mean, I was listening to all the people that I was able to follow on YouTube, to 20 carbs a day. Now, at first, I could have any 20 carbs per day that I wanted. So if a bowl of cereal of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs was like 15 carbs, I could have that and a glass of milk in my cereal, and that would be 8 and 5, well, it'd be 23. I could fudge that. But you know what? I was not eating healthy. Okay, so what I needed to do was pay attention to what I was doing to my liver, my pancreas, and whatever other things I got around here. I've got kidneys, okay? I got a bladder, got a heart, okay? So I started to look and go like, wait, it's not just the carbs, okay? You pick up a jar of mayonnaise, okay? Now seed oils line your arteries with plaque. Escúchame? Seed oils, okay? So let me get my jar of mayonnaise, okay? So here's my jar of mayonnaise. And I'm going to get my jar of ketchup, okay? So here's Heinz Ketchup. I like Duke's mayonnaise, but I don't eat this anymore, okay? My brother eats it. So I'm going to look at the carbs, okay? So 1 tablespoon of Duke's mayonnaise actually has 0 carbohydrates. Do you believe me? I'm going to show you, okay? You see where it says carbohydrates? Total carbohydrates, 0. Okay, now let's turn this and let's bring it. So the very first thing it's got, soybean oil. Bean oils are dangerous to your heart. Now, egg yolks are good. Distilled and cider vinegar salt is good. The other stuff I can't pronounce, natural flavors, okay? So that is, we don't know. So I remember I said I went to do this so that I would actually get healthier. I wasn't doing it to lose weight. Well, the weight loss, what have I lost? 2 and 2. I've lost 44 pounds, and that's in 9 months. Okay, so canola oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil, all of that is bad in terms of if you want to get healthier. So avocado oil is actually good for you. Olive oil, I'm Greek, so I eat olive oil all my life. Okay, canola oil, olive oil, avocado oil. Those are the good oils. So you got 3 good oils. Okay, they're not the best. According to Dyson Adams, go look up Dyson Adams on YouTube. Tell him Peter sent you, so he knows. I'm saying, hi Dyson, how you doing, big boy? Okay, so he'll lay it on you straight. Okay, so to eat healthier, I had to switch out of this and go to, well, I'm not going to get the jar, but it's called Primal Kitchen, like a primitive Primal Kitchen. I use Primal Kitchen mayonnaise. Yeah, I am going to get the jar. I just want to show you the difference. And this is all in your shopping, okay? So here's Primal Kitchen mayo, okay? So this is what it looks like. I got this at Publix. How do I make it? I don't want it shiny. Real mayonnaise. Okay, so now I'm going to read the ingredients to you, okay? So what's the first thing? That means this is what it has the most of. Avocado oil. What's the second thing? Organic eggs. What's the third thing? Organic egg yolks. What's next? Organic vinegar. What's next? Sea salt. Okay. What's next? Can't read it. Organic rosemary extract. Okay. Does that sound a lot healthier in terms of trying to help my heart, my arteries, my liver, and all the other organs? Okay. Even the sex organs work better with the avocado oil. I'm teasing, okay? Just try to keep it somewhat light because this is like a heavy conversation. All right, now Heinz Ketchup. Ingredients: tomato concentrate from red ripe tomatoes, distilled vinegar. So far, we're doing really good. However, the next one, high fructose corn syrup. Then after that, they put regular corn syrup. This is a no-no, okay? So let's get this stuff back in the fridge while you digest what I've been saying. So can you see the difference between, like, I want to lose weight? Why? Just so you look sexier? Okay, I can go for that. I want to do that too. But I just had a birthday and I'm 69 years old and I want to be healthier. I don't want to live shorter. I want to live longer. All right? The only problem is I've been eating 68 of my 69 years. I've been eating it the wrong way. So now I've got to reverse this crap. Okay? So now we've got a ketchup, an organic ketchup from Primal Kitchen. And here's the cool part. This ketchup tastes the same as my regular Heinz ketchup. Okay? So total carbohydrates is 2. Ingredients: organic tomatoes, organic tomato concentrate, organic balsamic vinegar, white wine vinegar, less than 2% of salt, organic onion powder, organic garlic powder, organic spices. And there's no fructose, there's no sugar, there's no maltodextrin, which is a hidden word for sugar. Okay? And this is the ketchup that I use now. So maybe, subby, maybe you don't have to stop your soda pop, okay, right away. Maybe you need to check and see where all the sugars and the bad ingredients are hiding on your daily diet. There's a difference between going to a restaurant on the weekend and just having whatever the heck you want, okay, and something that you eat every single day, day after day, day in and day out. Those are the things you have to change. Now, we both know that the soda pop is a problem, okay? But maybe we're not going to attack the soda pop first, subby. I'm looking at the comments, you guys that are in here. Where am I getting this information? So he said his soda pop is something that he does. Oh, I see Somebody from France. I didn't say hello to you. Hello, I come from France. Enjoyed to be here on this live show, okay? Cheers, okay? So this show today, I don't normally do live shows on the kitchen channel. I usually prepare, record, and put up a video. But it's Saturday, I'm by myself. I felt lonely, so I went live. So I prepared my breakfast, which is a smoothie, and I prepared my dinner, which is a chuck roast that I put in the Instant Pot for 90 minutes, and it's got 46 minutes left to go, okay? And I showed you my birthday cheesecake, because yesterday was my birthday, 69 years old. And the treat that I got was, when I stepped on the scale, I was 158 pounds, and this is down from 202 pounds. So this eating regimen that I'm talking to you about, okay, the side gravy, the bonus points, okay, is the weight loss. The good thing is my blood sugar came down, okay? I don't have that cloud or that fog over my brain anymore. And at 3, 4 o'clock, like now, it's 4 o'clock Miami time, this is when I want to take a nap. I got lots of energy, okay? And that's because I put very little sugar in my body. So my liver is not trying to put out insulin to counteract the sugar. And then when I eat way too much sugar, like last year at Christmas, I was making Christmas cookies that were the best freaking Christmas cookies I have ever had, okay? I gave them to people, I sold them to people, and it was like, more please, okay? Well, guess what? I was getting headaches from over-sugaring myself. So in April, I knew I was going to the doctor for my yearly physical, where they stick their fingers and thumbs and pokes you everywhere. And I knew that my sugar was going to be up, really high. So I said, I better do something. So that's when I discovered the keto, and then even stronger is carnivore, where you only eat red meat, okay? Bacon, or any kind of a meat. I even started adding Spam. And you know what? You look at the ingredients of the Spam, it's shocking. It's shocking how little. It's got pork, it's got ham, and it's got water, and whatever they cure the Spam with, which is probably sugar, okay? I didn't say Spam was healthy, okay? But it's healthier than having a soda pop. So I slice it up and I fry it in the pan, basically like a bacon. I slice it thin, like a thin ham, okay? So my sugar level dropped from over 200. You know that thing where you prick your finger and the blood comes out, and you can put the thing on there and it tells you, yeah, 221, 219. You know what my sugar levels are now? 93, 95. In the morning it's 120, because it tends to be higher in the morning. So Anthony, hey Anthony, if we were in the Christmas room, I'd sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you. What a perfect way to wish you happy birthday, to sing happy birthday to you, Anthony. I'm so glad. I guess the kids got around. You had a birthday cake. They blew it out. You must have a tradition by now. You guys go to a restaurant. Does your wife make a wonderful meal? But this is a perfect segue so where I could advertise something I sell. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it's in the description. I'll have to add it. All right. I made a Christmas album, and Christmas is coming. And I sang traditional songs. Silent Night, Oh Holy Night, Jingle Bells, okay? And I'll put a link to that in the description. And if you like, you guys that are watching, if you like the way that I sing, hey, toss me some money, but get a CD of music in return, okay? So I don't, I'm not saying, give me money. Let me get my CD into your hands, all right? So I'll put the link. Thank you, Anthony. You actually triggered that. So I'm going to finish this up. And I would say we've been live for what? An hour. So thank you for sharing a Saturday afternoon with me. If you guys are lurking, say hello in the chat. And if you watch this after the show is over, okay, and you can't participate in the chat anymore, you could give it a thumbs up, okay? You can also write a comment down below that you watched it after and you like this part, you like that part, or you agree here, or you don't agree there. I'm open. I live my life. I expect you to live yours, okay? So you can also bless me by buying my Christmas CD, which you can't find it right now because I didn't put it in the description yet. So by the time you guys are watching this on the rerun, it'll be there. So I think I'm about done. You spent an hour at least with me in the afternoon. I so appreciate that because I was sitting here feeling lonely and feeling sorry for myself, okay? And I said, you know what? I bet there's some really cool people out there that would like to spend a little time with me. So when I say thank you for spending time with me, it isn't like, oh, and this is the end of the show and I always thank everybody for spending time with me. No, thank you for spending time with me. I needed that, okay? So when I say thank you, it's right from the heart. I don't knock my heart out, okay? So thank you guys. So I'm going to clean up, make the kitchen clean. And you know what? It's Saturday afternoon. What's a wonderful thing to do on Saturday night afternoon? Especially if it's raining. Yeah, I can see it drizzling out there. A nap. I'm going to go. Going to take a little nap. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Everybody that said hello. I know everybody except the new gentleman, Sabi, from France. But you know what? You had the balls to step up to the plate and say hello. And you know, there's like 8 people in here. And why don't you say hello to me? You know, if you're shy, say happy birthday. You're only a day late. It's not going to kill you to say happy birthday, Peter. Glad to see you're getting nice and old. And you're getting gray hair. And you got that damn chicken neck. And no, I'm not going for surgery to cut it off. At my age, I am not going to go for any kind of thing under the knife. There's Alma. Hi, Alma. You're so very welcome, she says. Thank you. You had the balls. And you're a lady, okay? And you had the balls to step up to the plate and say hello. That's what I like. See, because it makes me feel like you guys are here with me on Saturday afternoon. You know, now if I was doing a telethon and trying to raise money, I can understand the begging. But I'm begging for you to say hello. Come on, you can do it. I look like an idiot. Please say hello to me, okay? Because I can see there's 8 people here. So I don't understand why you can't say hello. And if you haven't done a thumbs up, do a thumbs up, okay? I notice we don't have anybody from Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, by all means, Jelly Beans, say hello from Facebook, because that's something new. I've never been able to broadcast on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So that's something new for my software, which is Ecamm Live. So thank you, Alma. Alma, thank you, Alma, for saying hello, hello to me. And saying you're very welcome, 'cause I say thank you. Thank you, Alma. I'm singing a song just for you. Okay, that's my non-singing singing. All right, I'll put a link to the album down below so you can spend money here. Okay, that's obvious. All right, and thank you for being here. So let's close the show, and everybody can go do what they're going to do on Saturday. So thank you guys for being here. Bye. See you real soon. M-I-C. I see you real soon. K-E-Y. Why? Because I love you. M-O-U-S-E. Chocolate mousse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keto chocolate mousse. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Alma, I don't know if you've been here before, but you could tell I'm a silly guy. And bye and good afternoon.